Welcome to Raj Malhotra's IAS Academy. I'm Surbhi Sirdana and this is Prelim Sprint 2022, where we will be discussing the most essential topics you need to learn to crack UPSC prelims this year. Starting today's lecture, the topic for today is Government Policies Part 1, and today we will be discussing the important policies from Ministry of Education. Let's see what is the disclaimer. See, only important policies have been discussed, the policies which have a probability of being asked by UPSC in prelims examination. Don't cram them. We see a lot of aspirants run after compilations of policies, 500 to 600 pages booklets, and reading them, cramming them doesn't help at all in the actual exam. So don't cram them. Whatever policy we are discussing, just try to understand its aim. What was the aim of government behind bringing that policy? And thirdly, we've used direct cuttings, direct snapshots from the PIB website. We've not given a lot of text. So remember the highlighted part as we take you through this presentation. Remember the blue tick part and remember all what has been typed in the presentation. So let's begin. We'll be discussing 6 policies by Ministry of Education. They are NEET 3.0, New India Literacy Program, Samagra Shiksha, Nipun Bharat, Padhe Bharat and PM Yuva. Starting with the first scheme, that is NEET, National Education Alliance for Technology 3.0. NEET 3.0 or National Education Alliance for Technology was launched long back in 2019. That time it was not Ministry of Education, it was Ministry of Human Resource Development. But every year funding is being provided and this is a very important scheme. So Union Education Minister and Skill Development Minister recently launched NEET 3.0, a single platform to provide the best education technology solutions and courses to students of the country. What does this mean? So we understand that there are a lot of technological gaps existing in our education. बहुत सारे ऐसे students हैं जिन्हें artificial intelligence technology की requirement है, जिन्हें education technology की requirement है, ताकि उनका learning का जो curve है वो ऊपर जा सके, so that students can learn better with the help of artificial intelligence and technology. So the government recognizes that there are a lot of startups in our country which are providing such solutions. बहुत सारे ऐसी छोटी छोटी companies हैं जो ऐसे educational technology solutions provide कर रही हैं. So government decided that we will give a platform to these companies. What the government does is, the government has created a portal on its website. तो NEET 3.0 का एक पोर्टल है, वहाँ पर ये सारी स्टार्टअप कंपनीज लिस्टेड हैं और इनके सॉल्यूशंस भी लिस्टेड हैं. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज यू कैन गो पे फॉर द सॉल्यूशन यू वांट, पे फॉर द आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस टेक्नोलॉजी you want for your learning, and the company earns out of there. The catch here is that it is being implemented in a public-private partnership model. How does the government benefit out of it? First aim of government is to promote learning outcomes in the students. It is the aim of national education policy also. So the one thing government gets to get more learning outcomes. Secondly, the government has a policy of using 25% of free coupons. जो भी कंपनी प्रॉफिट गेन कर रही है गवर्नमेंट पोर्टल पर रिकॉग्नाइज होकर, out of that profit, out of those the sale that all companies are doing, 25% of the coupons have been given to the government free of cost. And where do these 25% of coupons go? They go towards helping the socially and economically backward students who cannot afford technological solutions. So ये 25% free coupons लेने की बदौलत government free technological solutions or artificial intelligence solutions backward or socially and economically backward students को free of cost provide कर पा रही है. So what you have to remember here is that it is in public private partnership. It is a triple P scheme, and it is there for using technology for better learning outcomes in higher education. So this is all you have to remember. The other thing is that it is being implemented by AICTE. So All India Council of Technical Education would be the implementing agency behind this scheme, because the scheme incorporates education and technology and a clubbing of both. So this is a very simple scheme. What it will help in is that NEET is aimed at taking the concept of massive open online courses platform a step ahead. Secondly, it will help to certify a lot of people people who are sitting at homes and they need artificial intelligence solutions or some certification in which the technological knowledge that they have acquired, वो certification उन्हें दी जा सकेगी, so they will become more employable with the help of certification given by startup companies registered under NEET 3.0 or NEET platform. The next one is New India Literacy Program. Now what is this? This scheme has been launched this year in January 2022 itself by Ministry of Education, so that you need to remember. See, when we had new education policy, this was kept in mind that we have to provide education for all. So keeping that in mind, we have seen that yes, a lot of students are there in the schooling system, in the college or university system, but what about those? उन लोगों का क्या जो एक एजुकेशन सिस्टम से बाहर निकल चुके हैं? What about those people who have quitted the education system, who have quitted education? We are moving towards financial inclusion, financial literacy. We are moving towards digital India. तो अगर लोगों के पास education नहीं है, if people do not have education, how can they be digitally literate? How can they provide childcare services? How can they even operate a mobile phone? So to cater to that, this has been recognized that we need to provide adult education. And this has also been recognized in the new education policy that was brought up by the government. So this scheme has now been brought up. इस स्कीम में द टर्म एडल्ट एजुकेशन हैज़ बीन रिप्लेस्ड विद एजुकेशन फॉर ऑल. सो अ न्यू स्कीम ऑन एजुकेशन फॉर ऑल erstwhile termed as adult education. So this is the important part here, and adult education to be replaced by education for all. Also this scheme will be run for 5 years from 2022 to 27. 5 साल के लिए ये स्कीम एक्टिव होगी. So this is a direct snapshot from PIB news, PIB article which was given by the Ministry of Education. So you can safely rely on this. The special part about this scheme is that it not only includes education. पहले की तरह सिर्फ पढ़ना लिखना और गिनती करना नहीं सिखाया जाएगा. Not just counting, not just basic numeracy and language skills, but also foundational skills, vocational skills. Let's see. Not only foundational literacy and numeracy, but also to cover other important components which are necessary to become a citizen of 21st century, such as critical life skills. Read here. What are what does it cover under critical life skills? Financial literacy, digital literacy, commercial skills, healthcare and child care. Next one is vocational skills, here in blue. Color coding has been done so that you can identify different aims of the scheme. Vocational skills will be provided so that people can be given direct employment. If there are skills provided under the scheme, people will be able to generate money out of it. Next is basic education. If they have given up on education, higher education will be provided, collegiate level education will be provided so that they can get certificates in return. Next one is as well as topics of interest for use to local learners so that they become worldly wise. So it inculcates all parts of literacy into the education system, and it covers people who are 15 years or more in age. 15 साल और उससे ऊपर के लोगों को कवर किया गया है. और इस स्कीम के लिए ट्रेनर्स कहाँ से लाए जाएंगे? हाउ विल वी गेट ट्रेनर्स फॉर द स्कीम ऑन सच अ लार्ज लेवल? दिस विल कम फ्रॉम volunteerism. So check if even you can volunteer for the scheme and provide education to somebody. Also this is a centrally sponsored scheme. ये एक centrally sponsored scheme है. इसका मतलब है some part of the funding is coming from the center and other part is coming from state. So center share is of 700 crores and state share is of 337.90 crores. The scheme covers non-literates of age 15 years or above. What is the target? It is there till 5 years. 5 साल का target है, and we have a target of giving this literacy to 5 crore people. 1 crore each year. 1 crore number of people each year. So the scheme will cover non-literates of the age of 15 years and above in all states and UTs. So no states and UTs are denied inclusion from the scheme. The target for foundational literacy and numeracy for fiscal year 2022 to 27 is 5 crore learners. And how will this education be provided? This will be provided in an online mode. Every kind of skill will be imparted online through volunteers. through their TVs, through mobile phones, tablets, whatever technology these people have or can afford, it will be provided in a digital method. So TV, radio, cell phone based free open source apps or portals. The basic unit for implementation of this scheme will be the schools. Schools will be the basic unit to carry out the scheme on district, block, district and state level. Also, surveys will be conducted, and districts, aspirational districts of Niti Aayog, which are very backward in terms of development, they will be given first preference in carrying out this scheme. So this is all you have to remember from here. There are some points, some important constitutional provisions with regards to education. You can read them out for yourself. Some are fundamental rights which are involved. For example, Article 21A, which is right to education. Article 28, freedom as to attendance at religious instruction or religious worship in certain educational institutions, and some DPSPs. So for prelims point of view, whatever educational articles are there in the constitution, read them out, download this PDF later from the link in the description below. The link will take you to our Telegram channel. From there you can download it. The next one is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. What is this? So before 2018 से पहले बहुत सारी schemes चलाई जाती थी school education के लिए. A lot of schemes were carried out for school education. 10th class तक के बच्चों के लिए एक separate scheme थी, 12th के लिए अलग थी, उससे पहले के लिए अलग थी. So all those different schemes were combined under one program that was known as Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan under Ministry of Education. And what is the department that carries out this? Is Department of School Education and Literacy under Ministry of Education. So remember the department here. Secondly, it is launched as a centrally sponsored scheme. Centrally sponsored scheme, as we just discussed, some part of funding comes from the center, some part of the funding comes from the state. Center plus state are funding it. So the Sustainable Development Goal 4 is about providing good education. So the scheme treats school education by Sustainable Development Goal for Education, SDG 4. So remember this goal, this is very important. Now we learn about this scheme in detail. This is a direct snapshot from PIB regarding Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. So the aim of Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan is to universalize access to school education. Universalize access to school education. सबको स्कूल जाने का मौका मिले. To promote equity through the inclusion of disadvantaged groups and weaker sections. Weaker sections को भी equal rights मिले स्कूल जाने के, equal benefit मिले, schools available हों. And to improve the quality of education across all levels of school education from pre-primary to class 12th. ये याद रखिएगा. Remember this, that the target is from pre-primary to class 12th. So all schemes have been subsumed. All types of school education, all levels of school education have been subsumed here. So now we'll talk about the major objectives of the scheme. Major objectives इस scheme के क्या हैं? The first one is to support states. Support state governments for what? New education policy आई है. There is new education policy 2020 that we have. So to support states to implement new education policy is the first goal. The second one is to support states to carry out RTE successfully in their states. Right to Education Act 2009 को successfully carry out करना इनका second mandate है. The third one is focus on early childhood care and education. Early childhood care, जो बचपन में बच्चों को care की ज़रूरत होती है वो provide करना. The fourth and very important one is emphasis on foundational literacy and numeracy. Basic पढ़ने के, लिखने के और mathematical calculations करने के जो skills होते हैं उस पर focus करना. There is another scheme launched for this, that's called Nipun Bharat. This is the second next scheme we'll be discussing about. And वही वो inclusive education provide करना, अच्छी education provide करना, to inculcate 21st century skills among students. So this is the pressing need of the hour. We are focusing schemes to provide 21st century skills. The important part here is that we have to bridge social and gender gaps in school. This has been highlighted in pink. So if a question comes that Samagra Shiksha scheme does it, it has no provision regarding bridging social and gender gaps, so you have to mark it wrong there. Especially for gender gaps, many schemes have been started, and this is one of the big main provisions of Samagra Shiksha scheme. Ensuring equity and inclusion at all levels of school education. And the last part is training, strengthening SCERTs. What are SCERTs? State Councils of Education, Research and Training. ये research institutes होते हैं, states के different part में setup होते हैं, which research on education to improve the quality. And DIETs, District Institutes for Education and Training. These are the key focus areas of Samagra Shiksha scheme. Here teachers are trained so that they can give better values to students, better education to students. So focus is on SCERTs and DIETs and promoting vocational education. That is also one of the objectives. So that vocational education means providing skill-based education so people can get employment after getting education. ITIs में होता है vocational education, mostly it is carried out there. The other important point you have to remember here is that whatever students are given benefits, they are given through DBT mode, direct benefit transfer. Money reaches directly into their bank accounts. So earlier the money or the direct uniforms or books that were being provided under many schemes, DBT mode is being used. Financial assistance is given by center to states to implement digital initiatives and information and technology initiatives so that we can better our education. States do not have enough funds for all this infrastructure development. So funding is being provided by center to the states. For example, setting up of ICT labs, smart classrooms, digital boards, etc. So they should be present in government schools also. Private schools already had that, but government schools also should have that, and funding comes from the state government and central government funds it. The implementation of the scheme, how is it carried out? Just remember that at the central level, Minister of Education himself sits. Minister of Education leads this Samagra Shiksha scheme here. It is headed by Minister of Education and a project approval board is set up under Secretary of Department of School Education and Literacy. So national level there is a governing council body. एक गवर्निंग काउंसिल सेट किया हुआ है सेंट्रल लेवल पर एंड मिनिस्टर ऑफ एजुकेशन हेड्स इट. एट द स्टेट लेवल इट इज इम्प्लीमेंटेड बाय अ सोसाइटी विच इज कॉल्ड स्टेट इम्प्लीमेंटेशन सोसाइटी. सो एवरी स्टेट हैज दिस, एवरी यूटी हैज दिस. So there is some additional information about literacy in India. Who is a literate in India? This is a very important point for prelims point of view. Any person who is 7 years or more who can read and write is considered literate. So this is a very simple definition. This is according to 2011 census. The average literacy in India is 74.04% according to 2011 census. Kerala has highest and Bihar has lowest literacy. What are these figures? 93.91 for Kerala and for Bihar it is 63.82% only. So just keep all this in mind. Moving on, next scheme is Nipun Bharat, the fourth scheme which is about foundational literacy and numeracy skills. Basic पढ़ाई लिखाई और मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन करने वाले स्किल्स डेवलप करने के लिए निपुण भारत स्कीम इज बीइंग कैरिड आउट. द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर हियर इज दैट दिस इज अ स्कीम अंडर समग्र शिक्षा अभियान. सो समग्र शिक्षा स्कीम के अंडर ये स्कीम लाई गई है. दिस एम्स एट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दैट डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ स्कूल एजुकेशन एंड लिटरेसी जो समग्र शिक्षा अभियान के लिए डिपार्टमेंट है, द सेम डिपार्टमेंट इज कैरिंग आउट द स्कीम. सो द एम इज दैट नेशनल मिशन ऑन फाउंडेशनल लिटरेसी एंड न्यूमरेसी, उस मिशन को प्रमोट करना है. कैसे? by bringing foundational literacy and numeracy skills in students up to 3rd class or maximum up to 5th class. That by 3rd standard students should be able to do basic mathematical calculations and basic reading. This is the demand of the hour. This is the need that has been understood and this scheme has been brought up. So by grade 3 every child has to achieve this. Also this is a centrally sponsored scheme. Funding is there from center and states both. So learning outcomes for age 3 to 9. Remember the age groups also that have been targeted here. Sometimes UPSC will ask you direct age group based questions. So about this, this is a snapshot from PIB. We are discussing directly from PIB what are the schemes here. Just go through highlighted text for revision. Don't read the entire document. So there are some targets that have been set up for this scheme. What are those targets? First of all, this has to be implemented by 26 to 27. 2026 से 2027 के बीच हमें targets achieve करने हैं. What are these targets? These are known as lakshas. So These targets, these aims are developed on the basis of learnings of NCRTs. उस नेशनल काउंसिल ऑफ एजुकेशनल रिसर्च एंड ट्रेनिंग के अकॉर्डिंग जो टारगेट्स डेवलप किए गए हैं कि एक 3rd क्लास के बच्चे को या एक 3 से 9 साल के बच्चे को कितना कुछ आना चाहिए, उस बेसिस पर सम टारगेट्स हैव बीन सेट अप. एंड व्हाट आर दीज टारगेट्स अकॉर्डिंग टू? दे आर डिवाइडेड इनटू बाल वाटिका, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. These are your classes, class 1, class 2, class 3 and Bal Vatika. What is Bal Vatika? Bal Vatika is the preschool that was started in government schools, which includes children who are younger than 6 years of age. So 6 साल से कम के 6 साल से कम के बच्चों के लिए बाल वाटिका शुरू किए गए हैं. सो उनके एम्स यहाँ डिफाइंड है. For grade 1, there are separate targets. You don't have to remember individual targets. UPSC doesn't go into that much depth, but just remember that aims have been decided for each age group, for each class. That what is the student learning, studying in grade 2 or a grade 3 needs to know. You can download the PDF and read this out in detail later if you really want to. And implementation कैसे है? Implementation and monitoring. First of all is your school management and community participation. Panchayats will be involved and the school in a particular village, they will be involved. Then there comes the block level monitoring and implementation. So first one is your school management management committee, which also involves the community, parents, teachers, gram panchayats, everyone. The second is the block at the block level. The third one is the district level. And then 4th, state and national mission. So monitoring and implementation is being carried out under 5 steps. A 5-tier implementation mechanism for the mission will be set up for national, state, district, block and school level. Also remember, community participation thing is very important. UPSC might ask you that is there community participation, or the backdrop is that parents are not involved. Parents are involved. Community participation is there in this scheme. How will the community involvement be there? Look here. So organizing quiz competitions, reading competitions and giving recognition through prizes, bringing mothers with their children. बच्चों की mothers को बुलाया जाएगा schools पर कि वो देख सकें कि उनके बच्चे ने कितना सीखा है, and competitions will be organized based on that. School readiness melas will be organized. For example, fairs are being organized. At the panchayat level, analysis will be done by panchayats, and all these aims that you can see here. Connecting volunteer parents to the schools to help achieve these goals. Also, teacher training will go in. We have Nishtha portal or Nishtha scheme running for training of teachers. So teachers will be trained for this particular scheme also. There will be a special emphasis on capacity building of teachers, because if the teachers know what is the aim of this scheme and how they need to provide education, then this mission will be successful. A special package for foundational literacy and numeracy under Nishtha. What is Nishtha? It is National Initiative for School Heads and Teachers Holistic Advancement. So that will be carried out, and monitoring will be on an annual basis for every school, block or district, and on a concurrent basis. So additional information is that there is a PISA, which is Program for International Student Assessment, which is carried out every 3 years by OECD. So this is basically a test based on English, maths and science knowledge. So earlier India used to participate, but the results of our students were very bad, so we stopped participating, and our target is to achieve good score by sending the best students in this. The second one is Pratham. It is an NGO which carries out researches for school education. Pratham NGO schools में जाता है, बच्चों को टेस्ट करता है कि उनको कितना मैथ्स आता है, कितनी इंग्लिश आती है, and then it produces a report which is validated by Government of India. It is considered as authentic by Government of India for its various research and policies. So you have to remember 2 things from here for prelims. The next one is the 5th one, Padhe Bharat. So this is not a very major scheme, but from prelims point of view we are covering this. See, 21st February is celebrated as International Mother Tongue Day. So on this day, this Padhe Bharat was launched as a 100-day campaign. 100 दिनों के लिए आपको एक बुक पढ़नी है अपनी मदर टंग में या एक ट्राइबल लैंग्वेज में, और whatever language you feel comfortable about. So National Education Policy 2022 has one of the aims that promotion of joyful reading culture in India is one of the aims of National Education Policy. Promotion of joyful reading culture for children. And how it will promote joyful reading culture for children by ensuring availability of age appropriate reading books for children in local, मदर टंग, रीजनल और ट्राइबल लैंग्वेज. जो एक बच्चे की एज के अकॉर्डिंग सही किताब है वो उसे अपनी मदर टंग, ट्राइबल लैंग्वेज या लोकल लैंग्वेज में मिल जाए. सो दिस इज़ वन ऑफ द एम्स ऑफ नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी. सो दिस पढ़े भारत वॉज लॉन्च्ड बाय मिस्टर धर्मेंद्र प्रधान. So he says that this has been a 100-day initiative and which students are promoted. Students studying from Bal Vatika to class 8. Just remember this. We studied what is Bal Vatika in one of the previous slides. So from Bal Vatika to class 8 will be promoted to join this initiative. This is a 100-day initiative. Moving on to the last scheme of the day, it is PM Yuva or Young Upcoming and Versatile Authors Scheme. So this is a scheme of Government of India, Ministry of Education to promote regional authors, to promote authors which are there in all parts of the country. So you can see the ad of the scheme. It says that, the ad says that, do you think you are a good writer? If you think you are a good writer, you can join the PM Yuva scheme by registering on the portal. So Book Trust, the National Book Trust is the implementing agency of the scheme, that even if you feel that you are a good writer, you can get yourself registered, and the National Book Trust publishes the good books of people who are writing under this. What is the aim of promoting such a scheme? The first aim is to promote reading and writing culture in the country. There are so many good writers who cannot find publishers because there is a lot of money that goes in publishing. So this scheme has come up to publish their books by the National Book Trust. And what will it do? If our Indian writers are being promoted at international levels, if their books are being published, अगर एक Indian writer की book publish होती है, एक young writer की book publish होती है, तो international level पर हमारा culture और heritage को promotion मिलेगा. At international level, our culture and heritage will be promoted, and hence the scheme will directly help in increasing the awareness about Indian culture and heritage, plus it will promote the reading culture and writing culture in the country, which is very important for the development of the nation. So this scheme, unlike the previous schemes that we have discussed, it is implemented by Department of Higher Education. Yes, Department of Higher Education is implementing this. So earlier schemes were being implemented by Department of School Education and Literacy, but this is about writers. So Higher Education will be implementing this. Also, this will go a long way in creating learners by giving them a creative edge. So creativity will be promoted and leadership will be promoted by giving them a platform to publish their books. So this was about the schemes of Ministry of Education. We will come up with subsequent lectures on schemes and policies of government which are important from prelims point of view this year. Stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, this is the right time. Exam is around the corner and we are coming up with new initiatives on a daily basis. So keep working hard, all the best, and stay tuned. Also, you can download the PDF for this entire lecture from the link in the description below.